what's going on, Shiba Inu Army? In today's video, we will be able to hear what Elon Musk has been saying about the one, the only Shiba Inu coin. This honestly has been a crazy ride, and the investors invested in this one coin itself, we have been able to get this coin all the way up, and it's not only just because of the investors. We have people like Elon Musk on our side. And let me just remind you, the same exact concept happened with Dogecoin. And so in the last video, we were talking about the one, the only Cathie Wood. And so right now, we are not going to be talking about Cathie Wood. We're going to be talking about the one, the only Elon Musk himself. Because a lot of this has been related to Elon Musk, and I'm sure that many of us, we understand this because the price has went absolutely parabolic within these last few days, just these last few days. And so do not worry about these candlesticks that represent downfall, because the same exact concept, again, happened with Dogecoin. This coin right over here also had basically the same exact movements and price action. So let me just remind you of this volatility, because right now we are somewhere around here, or maybe some may even say that we are all the way around here. It just depends on how much you guys believe in Shiba Inu coin. Here's what Elon Musk believes, and this is not just what I'm going to say to reiterate. You guys will actually be able to hear what he has been saying, and it's actually very, very comical. And it's very funny because many people are asking him in these interviews, why are you tweeting so much about Shiba Inu coin? Will Tesla decide to accept Shiba Inu coin? I know right now about Dogecoin, there's a lot of talks about that, but someone in the interview actually asked him, why does he keep on tweeting about cryptocurrency? In 48 hours, if he does not make an update towards his sentiment or another tweet about Shiba Inu coin, then I will make an updated video talking about all this, because it just seems that right now, 48 hours will probably be enough time, because right now, Shiba Inu has been getting a lot of attraction, and so with this attraction, I'm sure that Elon Musk understands this, so it would be pretty odd if he does not end up tweeting about this within the next 48 hours. That's why these next 48 hours are very, very important, because we do not want the Shiba Inu attraction to go down. We want it to be as high as possible so that we can continue to have more upside and so that we can continue to break more resistance levels. Each resistance level that we break is going to be beneficial for this one coin. And so that's why the 48 hours is extremely important. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see if he continues to make any updates about Tesla in regards to the Shiba Inu coin, in regards to Dogecoin, or in regards to Bitcoin or Ethereum. Honestly, anything that he talks about cryptocurrency, it will probably be in the best interest of all these altcoins and the cryptocurrency market in general, because even Elon Musk, he too talks about how he does have a lot of power.
Cryptocurrency, what they're doing.
That's my safe word, by the way.
Okay, good. What they're doing, or cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it'll kill any
Good to know for later for us. Go ahead.
Cryptocurrency in China.
Yes, what they're doing around Bitcoin, etc. And then I'd like to pivot to what the U.S. is going to do around regulation.
Well, it would appear that they don't love cryptocurrency.
It appears like that.
Yeah, it's subtle, but you're hinting in that direction. I can't speak to exactly why they don't like it that much, but people can speculate for various reasons. China, by the way, is having some significant electricity generation issues.
Yeah.
So, actually, I think part of it may actually be due to electricity shortages in many parts of China. So a lot of South China right now is having random power outages because the power demand is higher than expected. Crypto mining might be playing a role in that. I'm not sure.
This is further than that.
It is further than that. Well, I suppose cryptocurrency is fundamentally aimed at reducing the power of a centralized government.
Yes, it is.
And that they don't like that.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay. So what do you think is going to happen? Because this
I mean, maybe the audience has other
the
ideas.
shares went up. It didn't matter after they announced this. They went down and they went up. You can change the shares of cryptocurrency more than China can.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
If it goes up, I suppose it is. I mean, I think there's always long-term role for crypto, really people should think of any kind of money system, whether it's a store of value or currency, as really a form of information. If you apply information theory to money, whether it's cryptocurrency or some other form, and view it in terms of how good is it at sort of bandwidth, latency, jitter, dropping packets, which is, you could say like fraud is like losing packets or something on the network. Its overall security, then I think a lot of these things just make a lot of sense in that,
sure.
in that regard. Like any form of money has no power in and of itself except as an exchange of value between people for goods or services, or to translate things in time, like a loan.
So is this the right thing for governments to do, to take control of it? Is it possible?
It is not possible to, I think, destroy crypto, but it is possible for governments to slow down its advancement.
So what should the U.S. government do? We had Gary Gensler on earlier, SEC chairman. He was calling it the Wild West of finance. What should they do, if anything?
I would say do nothing.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
not saying that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, I would say just let it fly.
Because?
Well, what do you think governments can do?
I think they can, like you said, I think they can ruin it. I don't think they can just slow it down. I think they can stop it. I don't think they can control it. And therefore, they may want to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm some, massive cryptocurrency expert. I think there's some value to cryptocurrency. I don't think it's like the second coming of the Messiah, which some people seem to think. It will hopefully reduce the error and latency in the money system, the legacy money systems, and reduce governments have a habit of editing the money database, which is like probably some ancient mainframe somewhere in Virginia running COBOL, FI. It's kind of bleak to think about that. When governments can't keep their hand out of the cookie jar and edit the money database, there's probably some value to that.
Okay, so what are you're saying you're not an expert, but you spend a lot of time tweeting about it. Now, you tweet about a lot of things. We'll get to that in a minute. But why is that? Why that's true? Why is that of interest to you, crypto? Because you become, I wouldn't say the crypto messiah, but you're close.
Crypto messiah.
That's going to be a
Oh,
tweet.
no. Well, I mostly don't tweet about crypto. This is a minority of small number of tweets.
Okay.
So,
what's influenced your views on Bitcoin?
Well, I've thought about money for quite a while, obviously, since the PayPal days. And then the companies that preceded that, X.com, which I created, and Confinity, which Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, Luke Howry, and others created. When we combined the companies and made PayPal. So I've been thinking about money for a long time. And really, I think it's best to think of money as an information system, primarily an information system for labor allocation. For practical purposes, it exists in a series of heterogeneous databases, like very different databases in bank mainframes around the world. It moves quite slowly in reality. It may seem to move fast sometimes, and it does with PayPal, which is real time. But the vast majority of the systems out there are batch processing. So the actual reconciliation may take 1 to 5 business days, sometimes longer. And you have the ACH system, which is ancient and still in operation, which allows transfers effectively like a check would be an ACH transfer, but it's not secure. And you've got the credit card systems, which are also not secure. It would be like handing your username and password to a stranger in a restaurant if you buy a meal. So there's definitely an opportunity for something that is better from an information theory standpoint. So and there you can think of it like data on a network. I think is the way to view it. What has the most throughput? What has the least error? What drops the fewest packets? Fraud, for example, being a source of error. And government interference in currencies being a source of error. But it's fundamentally an information system. So I think it makes sense to support something that improves the quality of information with which we conduct the economy. And Bitcoin is a candidate for that. It does, I think, some things And it's obviously it's evolving, and there are additional things like Lightning being done on top of Bitcoin. But Bitcoin per se is mostly solving for scarcity, or rather solving for essentially having no throat to choke, decentralized. So there's no one who can be coerced in any way to empty their Bitcoin account. Well, I guess they could technically, but on an individual basis, but the system as a whole cannot. And it has an open ledger, which is also quite good. But transaction volume is low. Transaction cost is high, and usability for the average person is not yet very good. But it has a lot of potential. And I should say that, like, I'm not, and I apologize for taking a long time, but there certainly is a lot to say. In general, I'm a supporter of Bitcoin and the idea of cryptocurrency in general. But as I've said publicly, we do need to watch out for crypto taking, especially Bitcoin, using proof of work to maybe use energy that's maybe a bit too much and not necessarily good for the environment. So, but on balance, I support Bitcoin, and I'm not an investor. The only publicly traded stock I own is Tesla, and the only significant thing I own outside of Tesla is my SpaceX stock that could help create both companies. So, but apart from that, I do own Bitcoin, and Tesla owns Bitcoin, SpaceX owns Bitcoin, and then I do personally own a bit of Ethereum and Dogecoin, of course.